Once upon a time in a small town, there was a quaint high school that held a dark secret. Rumors spread like wildfire among the students about the haunted restroom on the second floor. The air was thick with an eerie tension, especially when the sun dipped below the horizon. Our story begins with Emily, a new student who had recently transferred to the school. She was a curious and adventurous soul, always drawn to the mysteries that lurked in the shadows. It didn't take long for her to catch wind of the tales surrounding the school restroom, a place abandoned and forgotten by time. One gloomy Friday evening, as rain tapped on the school's windows, Emily gathered a small group of friends. Determined to unveil the truth behind the whispered horrors, they decided to venture into the ghostly restroom. Armed with flashlights and trembling nerves, they pushed open the creaky door. The restroom was dimly lit, with flickering fluorescent lights casting long, distorted shadows. As they cautiously entered, the temperature dropped, sending shivers down their spines. The air was filled with a damp, musty scent that clung to their clothes. Suddenly, a soft whisper echoed through the silence, sending a chill down Emily's spine. The group exchanged nervous glances, but their curiosity pushed them forward. They reached the row of rusty, stained sinks, and that's when they saw it, a shadowy figure reflected in the foggy mirror. The figure seemed to dance between the stalls, appearing and disappearing like a ghostly apparition. The friends could hear faint whispers and the sound of water dripping. Panic set in as the atmosphere became increasingly suffocating. Emily, fueled by a mix of fear and determination, decided to communicate with the mysterious presence. "Who are you?" she quivered. In response, the lights flickered and the temperature plummeted even further. The whispers grew louder, forming an indistinct murmur that seemed to resonate within the walls. As the friends tried to comprehend the messages from the other side, the restroom transformed. The stalls creaked open and closed by themselves, and water faucets turned on and off as if guided by unseen hands. The paranormal activity intensified, creating a spectacle of horror that left the group paralyzed with fear. In a desperate attempt to escape, Emily and her friends rushed towards the exit. But the door slammed shut with a deafening bang, trapping them inside. The ghostly figure materialized in front of them, revealing a sorrowful face that seemed trapped between dimensions. The figure spoke of a tragic tale, a student who met an untimely end within those very walls. Seeking closure, the spirit implored Emily and her friends to uncover the truth behind the mysterious incident that had condemned it to a restless existence. Determined to bring peace to the tormented soul, Emily and her friends delved into the school's archives, unveiling a long-buried secret. Through their research, they discovered the story of a student who had disappeared without a trace, leaving behind unanswered questions. With the truth revealed, Emily and her friends conducted a ritual to help the spirit find peace. As they did, the restroom's atmosphere changed. The temperature stabilized, and the flickering lights gradually brightened. The ghostly figure dissipated into the air, leaving behind an aura of tranquility. From that day forward, the restroom on the second floor lost its haunted reputation. The tale of Emily and her friends became a legend passed down through generations, a story of bravery, friendship, and the redemption of a restless spirit that had found solace in the hands of the living. In the heart of Millfield High School, an old and eerie building stood, concealing the multimedia room, a space notorious for its unsettling aura. Rumors whispered that the room's window held a mystical power, casting an ominous spell on those who dared to gaze upon it. As inexplicable incidents unfolded, a group of curious students decided to delve into the mystery shrouding the forbidden space. Meet Emily, a diligent student with a passion for unraveling the unknown. Her fascination with the occult drew her to the enigmatic multimedia room, and soon she found herself surrounded by a circle of equally intrigued friends: Jake, the skeptic; Sarah, the adventurous spirit; and Alex, the tech-savvy enthusiast. Their journey began innocently enough with late-night investigations inside the multimedia room. As they spent more time there, odd occurrences became commonplace. Mysterious shadows danced across the walls, and strange whispers echoed in the silence. Yet, the allure of the forbidden window compelled them to persist. One fateful evening, as the clock struck midnight, the group gathered courage to gaze through the cursed window. The room seemed to come alive with an otherworldly energy. Unseen forces tugged at their senses, and a chilling wind swept through the room. In that moment, the window unveiled glimpses of ethereal figures trapped in a timeless void. Haunted by the visions, the group struggled to comprehend the malevolent force that lingered within the multimedia room. Determined to break the curse, they delved into the school's history, unearthing tales of a tragic event that unfolded years ago. A former student, driven by despair, had sought solace within the confines of the multimedia room, succumbing to an unknown fate. As the group connected the dots, they realized that the cursed window acted as a portal between the living and the spirit realm. The restless souls of the past were trapped, yearning for release. Guided by compassion, Emily and her friends embarked on a quest to set the trapped spirits free. Their journey led them to consult a knowledgeable school custodian well-versed in supernatural lore. Armed with ancient rituals and talismans, the group prepared to perform a cleansing ceremony. The night of the ritual arrived, and the multimedia room pulsed with an otherworldly energy. With bated breath, the friends chanted incantations and sprinkled blessed salt around the room. As the ritual reached its crescendo, the cursed window flickered with an ethereal light. Shadows writhed, and the atmosphere grew tense. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the room, carrying with it a chorus of whispers that gradually faded away. As the last echoes subsided, the room regained its stillness. The curse had been broken, and the multimedia room was free from its haunted past. The group, now bonded by the supernatural ordeal, emerged stronger and wiser. Millfield High School's forbidden classroom window remained closed, concealing the secrets of its haunted history. The tales of the multimedia room persisted as a cautionary whisper among students, ensuring the eerie legends of the past would not be forgotten. Once upon a time, in a small town, there stood an abandoned school with a mysterious past. The decaying building had been left untouched for decades, but whispers of strange occurrences within its walls echoed through the community. Among the chilling tales was the unsolved disappearance of a beloved teacher, Ms. Eleanor Gray, who had vanished without a trace many years ago. As the town's folklore grew, a curious high school student named Alex became fascinated by the history of the school. Determined to uncover the truth behind Ms. Gray's disappearance, Alex enlisted the help of two close friends, Sarah and Jake, who shared a mutual interest in the paranormal. The trio embarked on their investigation one gloomy evening, entering the eerie corridors of the abandoned school armed with flashlights and a sense of trepidation. The air was thick with a musty smell, and the silence was broken only by the creaking of the floorboards beneath their hesitant footsteps. Their first destination was the ancient classroom where Ms. Gray had taught her final lesson. The door groaned open as if reluctant to reveal the secrets within. Inside, the desks were covered in a thick layer of dust, and the chalkboard displayed faded remnants of lessons long forgotten. As the trio explored the classroom, strange occurrences began to unfold. Flickering lights, distant whispers, and unexplained shadows heightened their anxiety. Determined to communicate with the spirit world, Sarah brought out a Ouija board she had secretly stashed in her backpack. The atmosphere in the room shifted, and the planchette moved mysteriously across the board. In a spine-chilling revelation, they made contact with the spirit of Ms. Gray. Her messages were cryptic and filled with sorrow, hinting at a malevolent force that had trapped her soul within the confines of the abandoned school. As the night wore on, the trio ventured deeper into the school, encountering more paranormal phenomena. Doors slammed shut, cold gusts of wind swept through empty hallways, and ghostly apparitions appeared at every turn. The malevolent force seemed to grow stronger as they approached the heart of the mystery. Finally, in the dilapidated library, they discovered a hidden passage leading to an underground chamber. There, they encountered a malevolent entity that had been feeding off the negative energy within the school. Ms. Gray's spirit was trapped, and the entity sought to consume the souls of anyone who dared to enter. In a harrowing confrontation, the trio used a combination of bravery and ancient rituals to banish the malevolent entity and free Ms. Gray's spirit. As the dawn broke, the abandoned school seemed to sigh in relief, its haunted past finally put to rest. The town, now free from the grip of supernatural terror, slowly forgot the tales of the abandoned school. Alex, Sarah, and Jake, however, carried the memories of that fateful night with them, forever changed by the darkness they had faced.